Today we have Agnes Mantler from Mantlerhof Winery in Austria. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Can you introduce yourself to the public, because you're also a winemaker of the winery and the winery itself?
Gladly. So my name is Agnes Mantler, and the name of the winery is Mantlerhof. So Mantler is the family name and Hof is a farm in German. And we are a family-run winery. We are located in Austria, only 1 hour away from the capital city, Vienna. That's the part in Austria that is not the Alps. It's just a very limited space where wine growing is possible. And we're next to the city Krems, therefore also the name Kremstal of the wine region. And Krems is also the name of the river. And here is the family winery located. We are cultivating 16 hectares and also 65 hectares of farmland. And everything is certified organic for 20 years now. For grape varieties, our main focus is Austria's main variety, Grüner Veltliner. There is also a very local one with the name Rote Veltliner. And we have a little bit of Riesling, a little bit of Muscatella, a little bit of sweet wine.
In an essence, you said most of it, but I'm more interested in Grüner Veltliner. It's indigenous grape in Austria, also the Rote Veltliner.
Rote Veltliner is 100% white wine grape. The naming is a bit misleading. It is not related to Grüner Veltliner and is not a red variety. It's just the skin turns slightly reddish if it's very, very ripe. If not, then it's more green, slight pink color, but that's why it has the name Rote Veltliner. And they're both local, but Grüner is about 60% of the grapes in Austria, white wine grapes, and Rote Veltliner only is 0.5% of the growing area, so very little amounts produced.
And Grüner Veltliner shows many faces, so what expression of that you're carrying to Mantlerhof?
So our focus is to produce Premier Cru Grüner Veltliners. Premier Cru is the same system used in Germany and France. And we have 2 Premier Cru and Grand Cru Grüner Veltliner. They have the more powerful, smooth style, but we also produce more this lighter, fresher, more spicy style. Grüner Veltliner can be both. Very powerful, but also very light and crisp.
And how do you balance ripeness and freshness?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a very good question to ask a winemaker.
Because the climate is warming up, so too many challenges right now.
There are definitely a lot of challenges. Also, the Austrian media already pronounced the death of Grüner because it prefers a bit cooler climate. But we have a lot of cool sites also, so we produce more on the cooler sites on the vineyard, work with more shading and earlier harvest, so we can maintain the freshness and the crispness.
You mentioned you are aiming to the Premier Cru. What is the aging potential of the wines?
So
have you done any tests?
Yes, definitely. So the oldest Grüner Veltliner we have at our winery in our vinothek is from 1942. And we opened it 2 times, and they're in very good shape. We have a lot from the 40s, and it's also always the same Premier Cru vineyard we're still working on. Grüner Veltliner Spiegel has an amazing aging potential.
That counterpart has the same acidity level as the Grüner Veltliner?
Rote Veltliner is lower in acidity. It is much rounder and smoother, so we have a bit of the opposite problem. We need to harvest very early to even maintain enough acidity, but on the other hand, it can also ripen in very cool years, and it has a natural protection from sunburn because of darker reddish color. It will never get sunburned or no bitterness or no unharmonic aromatics. That's the big advantage. Also, it does need very little water, so it grows very well in hot years.
Kremstal wines are often described as elegant wines and food-friendly wines. So, what part of the region goes for the Mantlerhof?
So we are in the very eastern part of the Kremstal region, more facing towards the Wagram wine regions. We have the same soil. It's called Löss soil, and it's a very fertile soil where you can easily pronounce these smooth wines. So we are in the eastern part of the Kremstal, already facing Wagram wine region.
You mentioned you have 16 hectares of wine.
16,
are they
yeah.
connected? Are they on the same region? Or?
They are on approximately 30 different plots on the mountain. We're working on, it's a hill, it's a mountain, and everything is on terraces, cultivated
Slopes,
terraces,
uh-huh.
slope, yeah. And it's within, I'd say, 5 kilometers.
Great. So that's another challenge, working on the slope. No machinery can reach certain parts of the vineyard.
And you also have to find tractor drivers that are not afraid to work on these terraces and the slopes.
And which wine here in your portfolio best represents your estate philosophy today? And what of your wines are best sellers in Malta?
I think the best seller is Grüner Veltliner and Riesling. It is the wine grown on top of the mountain, which is a very fresh, crisp style, which maybe goes very well with seafood. And what I like to drink most is Grüner Veltliner Spiegel Premier Cru, because it's a bit more challenging in style and more dense and more structured.
Agnes, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Have a nice evening and enjoy your stay in Malta.
Thank you for the funny and challenging questions.
Thank you.